Thank God I'm gay. Now, I started saying this as a bit of a joke at first, but looking at the way that the straight dating world is nowadays, I think it's becoming more and more true. Um, I don't know. I feel like there's a lack of appreciation in these women towards these men. They expect them to pay for everything, do everything, you know, plan everything, and the woman just sits back and just enjoys it, just enjoys, you know, getting treated and not having to do anything, And they're not even expected to like put out afterwards or anything, which is kind of crazy to me. But a lot of them do it. And see, in the gay world here, um, there's a mutual respect for one another, right? The one that asks the other one on the date pays for it, right? Because it was their idea, right? It's not like every time same one pays, the same person pays every time. No. No, we kind of split the difference in the gay community, We're a little bit, we're kind of, a little better like that, I guess, And there's no expectation. I mean, obviously, it's not like, oh, I'm just going to leave my wallet at home because I'm going on a date, No, I mean, you know. And I mean, it just seems like some of these women are so ungrateful. They just do it just for a free meal, They don't even like the guy, They'll be like, oh, well, he's weird looking or whatever, but, maybe he's got a little bit of money and I can get a steak out of him, And, I mean, that's just awful. I really frown upon this. I don't like when people do that. It's very manipulative. I mean, there's a lot of lonely guys out there, and they do fall for this. They do fall for this all the time, And I've heard stories where, a guy takes a girl on a date, and she brings a friend of hers and her kids and, like, 3 other people, and the guy's supposed to pay for all of them. And it's like, what? Like, no, that's not the way this works. But I feel like women have gotten too comfortable and too entitled with, expecting the man to pay for everything, right? It's one of those things where, I mean, back in the day it was chivalrous and all that, but, And then feminism came. Oh, women wanted to pay their own way, but then they realized, oh no, they don't. They actually like getting things for free better, because then they don't have to spend any money. So if a guy can do it for you, just let a guy do it for you, And I just think that mentality is it's just weird, It's manipulative. It's, you take advantage of people that way, and I don't like that. Honestly, I mean, hell, I've never really been on a date with a woman, so, I mean, I don't really know, but from what I hear and what I see on, like, online and stuff, it's pretty bad, Like, the woman will order the most expensive thing on the menu, with the most expensive wine or whatever else, and then, like, the guy's just expected to pay for it, even if it's, like, $30, Oh, yeah, no, I got it, I mean, I don't know, it irks me, because for the longest time, women wanted equality, Then they realized, oh no, they don't want equality, they want superiority, okay? They want the man to do everything for them, while they berate the man, tell the man that he doesn't make enough money, and tell the man that if he doesn't start, getting promoted and making more money soon, you're gonna leave him, And it's shit like that that really gets to me, Because these guys are nice guys, most of them. And they're, they see a woman and they want to treat her to a date, I get it, But, a lot of them are just so ungrateful, And I'm not saying all of them at all, by any means. I mean, there's plenty of women out there that will appreciate, a kind gesture of a man, taking her out to eat. But, so many times these people are just, I mean, they're just looking for a free meal, free drinks, whatever else, Maybe even a free place to stay for the night, Oh, bring me back to your place, If I'm around and have sex, I'm just gonna go to bed. Like, and then the guy's like, well, what the fuck's in it for me, But, I mean, and sure, that might be a little selfish, but who's more selfish in this, situation here? I think it's the women, that do this. So, I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it anyway, but it's very bizarre to me that in the gay community, it's it's more equal. It really is equal. Like you know, so whoever comes up with the date idea pays for it, and I think that's very simple and it's very effective. Or if if you are seeing somebody, each time you go out, the other person pays. So it's like every other time you pay, and they pay every other time, and you know, so it's fair. I mean, unless somebody really wants to treat you, and they say, "Oh no, I got it all," But you just shouldn't assume that somebody's going to pay for you. That's what I mean. And I've never done that. I've always had a little bit of money to cover it. You know what I mean? Like just in case, right? Just because you never know. Some guys might be like, "Oh, I'm not paying for anything you ate. I'm just gonna pay my half." And then, "Oh, you gotta go do dishes in the back to fucking work off your meal." Well, I never want to be in a situation like that. So there's that. And then I don't know. Then there's the whole transportation thing. There's the whole ride thing. It's always the man that has to pick up the woman and then open the car door for her and everything else. And then the woman doesn't really do much for the man except sit there and just, I guess, look pretty and smile and just, eat expensive food and drink expensive drinks. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's pretty bizarre. But I mean, it's the way that the dating world has worked for a long time. And like I said, it used to be chivalrous to do such a thing, but nowadays women just expect it. They expect it, and they just. I don't understand why they just expect something like this to happen. It's just like they're entitled to it. Oh, a guy's taking me out, so obviously he's going to pay for everything, and I don't have to, lift a finger or spend a cent. And it's that mentality that really gets me, and that's why I say, I'm very. Thank God I'm gay, right? Because in the gay community, it's way more equal. So that's really all I want to say. See you in the next one.